How's it going, guys? My name is Josh. I've been wanting to do a YouTube channel, whatever, for a full minute. I just don't know, or I just didn't know what to say. I guess you can. Sorry, like the camera's super shaky. She's a little. She's a little stand now. But I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to vlog, honestly. I wanted to vlog. First thing that I really wanted to talk about that's coming up into my head is rave culture. Specifically, rave culture in SoCal. I've been kind of raving for about a year and a half, more than almost 2 years. I mean, I went to my first festival in 2017 in Nocturnal. Then I didn't go to another festival, which was EDC, until later, like 2018. So that's like almost like a year of not raving. So that's why I say I've only been raving for about a year and a half. It's because ever since EDC, that's when it just kind of like bust balls to the wall type of raving. And I wanted to just kind of talk about my experience and how I'm feeling about that right now, about the culture and kind of like what it means to me. I've been lucky. I've been honestly really luckier than most people. I'm 25 and I've been wanting to rave. I've been wanting to go to festivals since I was 18. And I didn't get to because the bitch was broke. She was broke, okay? Like, I would literally have friends who would go, and I would see them go to festivals all the time, go to raves all the time, and I knew about the music already, so that was something that, I didn't follow artists, but I knew some songs or whatever, and, I would always see people go, and I wanted to always go. I just never had the opportunity just because I was broke. She had no money. I didn't start like fully working until I was 21, so that was 4 years ago. And then the other part of why I didn't go is because no one really invited me to a festival. Like, well, not that I wouldn't have been invited, but everybody had a rave fam. They were like, "This is my rave fam." Da, 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 da. And so I never wanted to be like, "Hey, can I join your rave fam?" Which, I mean, a lot of people do that, which not, I just wanted to be invited. Like, I wanted someone to be like, "Hey, like, we're going to this," you know what I mean? And so I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for the right people to invite me, just because I felt like going with the right people also, if you don't go with the right people when you go to these type of festivals, you're just not it's not worth it. You're not gonna have fun. People are just gonna be ruining your hard-earned money, and you're just not having a good time, And so I waited until I started working at this one restaurant, and funny enough, a security guard, he knew one of the people that run Insomniac, and so he got us free tickets, and that's why I went to my first Nocturnal. I don't even remember or why he invited me. I think he was just one of those people I got along really, really well right off the bat, and he just invited me, and so him and his group of people are honestly like family now. And it's funny because he's a little bit older than other people. My first rave fam, they're a little bit older than like most groups. I think he's like 35 plus, but they be partying. Okay, so I kind of like the fact that they were a little bit older because I didn't have to, honestly, I can't trust some of these hoes. Some of these hoes be on some weird shit, and they're not responsible. Like, I'm sorry, but like, they're just not responsible fucking people. And like, I fucking appreciated the fact that these people wanted to have a good time, but also they're adults. So I was like down fuck me up, you know what I mean? And it was honestly such an amazing time. And then when I went to EDC, kind of just like, I'm the type of person to like run away from groups. And not even because I want to run away from people, it's just because like I'm trying to do stuff. And like, I'm just not one of those like, I'm gonna call some of you hoes out, honestly. Asians, a lot of Asians like to stick in one group. And to me, that's the most annoying fucking thing ever. Like, if I'm trying to see somebody, I'm trying to go see them. And if you're not, you can go do your own thing, whatever, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to see my own group, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll hit you up, cool, whatever, you know? And that goes back to responsibility, too. Like, some people get too fucked up, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, they lose their phones, whatever. Like, I have friends, I can keep tabs with them, be like, hey, where you at? La la, even though sometimes we don't get signal. I can hit them up and be like, hey, or before I leave, I'm like, hey, we're meeting at this spot, at la 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 la, or if, you know, it ends and we still haven't seen each other, this is the spot that we're gonna meet up at, and blah, 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 blah. So it's kind of like, I just don't got time for all that. Like, if you're trying to just like stick by me and you want to do something else, or you're tired, like, I'm the type of person that's like trying to hit up every stage, like, hey, gotta go here, gotta go here, gotta go here. And so, well, it was so weird because, like, my schedule back then, I literally, like, probably only knew, like, Zed, and, like, a couple other DJs that I've seen, but, like, I didn't know really much, you know what I mean? I didn't really know a lot of DJs and producers, like, their music, until I met, actually, funny enough, I already knew this girl coming beforehand, because it was my coworker's friend, and we've hanged out before EDC. We were actually like good acquaintances, and then so she was going to EDC also that year, and so I told her like, hey, like, is there any way we could meet up? And so on EDC we met up on the second day, and I was honestly just gonna see her for like maybe like an hour. And she became, like, honestly became my rave bae, like, up to this point. Like, when me and her go to festivals, like, she's basically rave bae. Like, she's probably, like, one of, like, only, like, the few people that can actually, like, keep up with me. And I have to keep up with her sometimes because she saw my schedule. And then she was like, that's all you're seeing? And I was like, I don't really know, you know what I mean? And she's been raving since fucking, I don't know, she's been to, like, 6 EDCs and, you know, other festivals at that. So you can imagine how much more she knew, and basically was like, this person's good. We would just like jump to the next stage, jump to this stage, and I basically learned most of my like festival, I guess, rave culture because of her. Kia, love you. And also she's in the EDM industry, so she just knew a bunch of shit, and I was just kind of like jackhammered in, and that's why I'm saying like I'm luckier than most because I wasn't. And also going back to kind of like responsibility, something that I've always wanted to comment on, well, that's why I wanted to film this, is I was already kind of used to or have dealt with like drugs. So before even going to festivals, I've done ecstasy, I've done weed, I've done shrooms, I've done acid. So before even going to festivals, I already had kind of like a knowledge of, okay, like this drug is gonna affect me this way. I can't, you know, be in a certain like mood or a certain like situation for it to like fuck me up in a certain way. And like most people that go to these festivals for the first time, they want to do drugs there, and it's like honestly really scary. I'm just like, no, you need to do the drug like before the festival, see how it affects you, see what. And it really like scares me sometimes when people tell me like, it's my first time doing so and so at like this festival, and I'm just like, absolutely no, like that, no, like don't do that, like fucking do the drug like test it out first, see how much you can take, see how much it affects you, what it does to you, being aware of like what it does to your body, because like ecstasy, acid, all those stuff, like it, like there's certain things that it does to you, and if you're not aware of that, especially in like festivals where everything is such a, like even with acid, like honestly, like I don't even see like if I, let's say like take a tab at a festival, like I really honestly don't see like visuals, because everything already is a visual, everything's already like a sensory overload. And when you're in like a quieter space, when you're at your house and you see, like you'll see things, you know what I mean? And it's so different when it's so different when you like take a tab at a festival when you're at your house, because you can feel things more, you're more aware of certain things because it's a lot more quieter. But when you're at a festival, it's so much more different. And it's just crazy to me how like some people will just be like, yeah, like it's my first time, I'm gonna go do it there. I'm like, no, like you're gonna give yourself a heart attack. Like literally, like one of the worst things I ever did the first day of EDC, well, if I'm gonna be really fucking honest, like, well, let me tell y'all what the fuck happened the first fucking day of EDC. Basically, it my friend didn't know this, or I don't think we all realized this, but before 2018 there was no camping. And so I guess when we were driving, he was like, we're gonna go to the back way, if you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. He's like, we're gonna go to the back way to enter EDC, it'll be a lot easier. And we're like, okay, cool. So we kind of went to the back way of it, and that wasn't where we were supposed to go. We literally were in this like line of car for like 2 to 3 hours. We left the hotel at like 4:35-ish. We were in this line, right? We were in this line of fucking cars for like 2-3 hours. We get to the end of the line. Tell me why they go, this is for camping line or whatever. This is not general admission parking. You guys have to go to the other way, but you can't go to this way. Like you can't cut through this way. You had to go around, literally go around, and then literally took us 6 hours to get inside the first day of fucking EDC because we went the wrong way. And I don't blame my friend. It was just like the worst possible way to fucking start EDC. So right when we parked, we got in at like 11:30, 12. Mind you, we left the hotel at fucking 4:30, 5 o'clock. 6 hours, bitch. I could have literally drove back to my house in Long Beach and then back. Like halfway through fucking Vegas already. Like that just blows my mind. Anyways, so we did that. Right when I got out of the car, I literally like dropped like a tab of acid, fucking like a euro, and like Molly. Worst idea ever. I don't know. I was just pissed off. I was just like, fuck everybody. You got me fucked up. And I just remember like I left my group and everything just started hitting me. I was just like, yo, I fucked up. And I was just, it was just like, okay, like learning lesson, don't do that. Don't just be pissed off and take the drug, you know, and knowing, you know, also being, I guess you could say like I'm a little too aware when I'm on drugs. Like I don't think I've ever really like had like that like blackout moment where I'm like, I didn't know what I was doing. Like if I'm gonna be really honest, I am so aware. Like I'll be like out of the drug and I'll be like, I did this. Like I'm just aware. So like I know some people like they can't, like their body just can't handle it. And I'm telling you guys now, like it's not worth it. It's not worth just wasting your money and laying in like a grass looking at fireworks because you can't move. Like you really can't move. And just wandering all by yourself. Like it's not worth it, you know what I mean? So really like really honestly like know what the fuck you're doing. But going back to what I was trying to say, oh my god, I'm just like rambling at this fucking point. whoever the fuck is watching this, I wish you guys all the luck because it's just a fucking hot mess. This is what, like 15 minutes of me just talking. Like, who's gonna do? Even I'm bored. Anyways, it's hot. It is 85 degrees. It's hot. Anyways, back to so my point is I've gotten lucky in terms of, you know, friends. Like, I don't even know how many rave fams I got invited already. Like, to be honest, like, I think I'm in at least 4, maybe 3, for sure 3. I think I'm in 3 rave fams. Like honestly, like, I can hit these people up and be like, hey, you want to go somewhere? Like, everybody like branches. Like, there's so many like little branches of rave fams, and I think it's so beautiful because like you don't really like expect to meet these type of people that are so wonderful, but also being aware of who you're hanging out with, because some people just don't have your best intentions. Because like not everybody that gives you fucking free alcohol and drugs is good people. It's like, it's just not possible, you know what I mean? And so just being aware of that, because yeah, like you don't know when like one day you will like have an issue when you're taking a drug, and that person that you're with needs to be able to like help you out. And if they're not, I don't know, like, I'm just saying be wary. I don't know how to put that in like words unless it's another fucking 30-minute video, you know what I mean? So just being aware that like who you're hanging out with, can you actually really trust these people? Because some people you can't fucking, you really can't. You have to like if they're not going back to responsibility, you know what I mean? Anyways, so the other thing that I really wanted to talk about, which I think is going to be a really touchy kind of subject, just because I think there's a lot of layers to it, you know what I mean? I would say the other thing that I really wanted to touch base on was kind of like the culture in raving in SoCal, specifically SoCal, California, whatever. The type of EDM music I really enjoy is pretty mainstream: house, rhythm, trap, dubstep. I do go to a lot of underground shows. I go to after hours a lot in LA, so I am like, there is a lot of music that I'm introduced to that not a lot of people are like, it's not mainstream that people like usually listen to, but I'm introduced to that, and I honestly really enjoy those. But it's not something that I would like, it's not one of those like main things that I go to for festivals. Like, usually it is house, trap, dubstep, whatever. But the culture, like specifically like talking about like Asian people, I guess you can say, it's just, people are just rude as fuck here in SoCal. Like, so I just recently went to Electric Forest, so that's what I'm trying to say. Like, even though like I've only been raving for like a year and a half, like I really kind of like just went balls deep with going to raves or going to festivals. Yeah, my happy ass went all the way to Michigan, you know, and that was such a great experience. And I wasn't really like having like those like my friend was like, are you like missing Electric Forest like a couple weeks ago? And I was like, honestly, not really. Like, I'm not having like those like, you know, like, oh my god, I miss Electric Forest, la la, until I went to an event, Alchemy Tour in Long Beach, and it really made me miss the people over there. Just because, like, I'm not saying like people aren't on drugs, people aren't, you know, like fucking assholes anywhere, but it's just like, you can tell like the people here in SoCal are not there for the music. They're not there to enjoy themselves. They're like literally there to just like pop a pill and fucking take pictures in their underwear. And it's just like, okay, like that's not an outfit, sweetie. Like she went to Victoria's Secret, grab a fucking pair of like underwear and the top, and like went to a rave. Like, I just don't understand. Like first off, wear a panty liner, because that's a fucking I don't know, it's just like, I went to Coachella the first time this year for one day, and it was honestly such a great time. But like, seeing people just be there just to take pictures and just to like I'm not saying like I don't take fucking videos and shit all the time too when I'm going to like festivals, but like I just feel like they don't really appreciate like what the fuck is actually happening in front of them. They're just like cracked out of their heads. And it's just like honestly, it's just like a sad thing, because this is a really special, like as people that live here in SoCal, people that live here in California, like, we honestly get such amazing opportunity to even like listen to these type of music so free willing, like, you know what I mean, like some people don't have that, like, they, what the fuck, excuse me, hello, is that me? No. Anyways, like, and maybe that's why, because we get that type of, you know, music so easily, like all this music, all this production, all of this, you know, type of events is so easy for us to access that we just don't care. We're like, yeah, you know, we'll just go to the next one and appreciate it later. You know what I mean? I just feel like we don't appreciate it, and it's like, it's really sad. It's like, fuck, like this is like, this music is so moving. Like, why are you not appreciating it more? I just don't know, and I can't really, like, I've been hanging out with a lot of producers and, you know, musicians and artists, and it's just, they put a lot of work in this, and kind of just like, people, you can tell when someone's really into their craft, you know. Like, I think one of the people that I've seen kind of like really close up, and I got lucky to see him really close up, was Diplo. And he was like, you would think that like Diplo is like this big artist, this big producer, Grammy award winning, etc., and, you know, I got lucky to go to like an after party and see him like literally like 2 feet away from me, and you could actually really see him like enjoying DJing, like enjoying what the fuck he's doing at like 3 a.m. in the morning. And it's honestly like the coolest fucking thing ever to see, like, this person making millions of dollars each year off of just pressing a button. But like, he's actually enjoying it. He's actually like, hey, like, he's doing the damn thing, you know? Like, this is actually like something that he wakes up and he does, and he's not just like hating life, you know? And for people not to like really appreciate that type of energy, it's like, come on, like, get it together. But then again, you know, who am I to speak to other fucking people? These people don't care. They don't care. But I'm here at the mall, finally. Need to get some wedding shits. And wait, I think I want to go up more. But yeah, that's my thoughts. There's a couple thoughts of what I think about rave culture, specifically like for, you know, specifically in the SoCal area. Hopefully I can travel a lot more in the near future, because honestly, like, I'm not really like looking forward to like going to like events here, like on some real fucking shit. Like, I want to go to like Tomorrowland Awakening. That looks so amazing. A friend of mine, this guy that I follow on Instagram, he went and it looked just amazing. The production value just looked amazing. And other states that are holding events, like, I want to be able to do that. Hopefully I have the money for it. It's just like, I just don't feel like these people literally don't fucking say excuse me when they're passing by. like almost a sold out a show, and they're trying to get past you. You're in the front, and they're not even trying to say excuse me, and you're just like, bro, say fucking excuse me, and you may go past me. Like, anyways, I wasted enough of your time, your energy, your whatever. I hope you guys have a great day, and hopefully I make more videos. I actually want to do more like singing videos and just ranting off. This is just my rant. This is my appreciation post. And yeah, have a good day.